So before we go into a quick demonstration with our partner in here, I would like to give you an introductory understanding of what eCall really is about. eCall, as I mentioned earlier, is triggered under the condition of the car involved in an accident and is an automatic call to 112. It is transmitting data in band of the voice call using a modem connection.
And what we are transmitting over that modem is the so-called minimum set of data. And you see it's information about the location, how the call has been activated. If you know that an eCall has been activated automatically, you can be quite sure that at least the airbag has been deployed, and therefore you should respond to it differently, or could respond to it differently than to a manually originated eCall. It's giving information about the propulsion type of the car, if this is a gas-powered car, if this is an electric car, because this might be very, very interesting information to the first responders arriving on scene when they need to open the car and where they need to open the car. So they have information about this, helping to do first response quite straightforward. And we have the vehicle identification number, because the vehicle identification number really allows these organizations to exactly pull out which brand of car, which type of car, when it has been built. This is unique to a single individual car. So there's a lot of information that is helping to make response better. And I would like to show you briefly how this is working for you to understand what we have done in developing a solution for this using Avaya Breeze in here. So this is the in-vehicle system. This is the black box that you have just seen. It's got a processor in there, it's got sensors in there, and it's got a GPS module in there. It's got a SIM card in there, quite interesting. It's got a modem, and it's got a connector to the car's hands-free communication system. And now we are experiencing this accident situation. The crash is happening. The airbags are going to be deployed, and this is triggering the sensors in here, starting the process. So at that point in time, as eCall is a dormant system, the in-vehicle system is not booked into a mobile network unless we really have this accident. So the SIM card is waking up, it's registering to the best available mobile network operator, and then it's a call to 112. Yes, this is just a voice call to 112, which is transferred through the network, received on the receiving end, and then modem is talking to modem over there. And as this is happening, this is a sequence of about 6 to 10 seconds. As this is happening, we get all of this information, this 140 byte transmitted. So after this information has been transmitted, there is a switch over on the car side to the talking path into the car using the hands-free communication system. And on the PABX side, in the public safety answering point, this call needs to be forwarded to the call taker that can now talk. And this kind of workflow is something that we have built with an Avaya Breeze and an eCall modem to make this happen. So at that point in time, Dirk, I want to welcome you on stage. That is something that you show later, what we're doing with that, right? What do we want to start with? eCall? Okay, so let's start with eCall. So Dirk is crashing a car right now.
If you still have enough battery inside. Slowly.
Go, yeah!
And now there should be the eCall activated. And if our network is running and everything is good, we should have an eCall coming in. So, as Markus just have shown, we are taking out the modem information, the minimum set of data, and we can display where the car is located and where the crash is. So we have here the position, the GPS position, and we have -1 and -2, which is quite useful for the operators to see on a highway to which side they have to bring in the ambulance.
And we have the other information in the minimum set of data as well, which can then be picked up by the call-taking system, by the platform that is really managing the case in here. So the eCall is not the only way of locating where an emergency call is coming from. What would you like us to show next?
Okay, next demo would be next generation of emergency calls.
So you remember next generation emergency calls is where you have a distributed enterprise with phones, SIM phones attached to a PBX across different sites and different locations, and only probably one SIP trunk. So we need to transmit the information depending on where the phone is and get this into the SIP header when the call is going out. And this is something that we have built together here with Engelbart Software. Dirk, show us the call. So this is just any third-party kind of phone out there in the world which is raising a next generation 112 emergency call.
So I'm now making this 113 call because this is a phone in our office and I do not want to call 112. So I call 113. This is coming to our Aura map, and the pre-snapping is then taking out the PD flow element out of the SIP header. This is the element where the location has been put in, and the call taker can immediately see where this phone is located, and he immediately also sees an address.
And in the next generation 112 environment, this is not only about showing the location data to the call taker, but it's also about transmitting this location data throughout the emergency calling chain and making routing decisions throughout the different hops in that chain. Where is the most appropriate public safety answering point? Well, we have seen two now. Dirk, is there anything else you would like to show us?
We can try to use Google AML.
Yes, so an Android phone which raises an emergency call can send the location data in an SMS in parallel as well.
But maybe first we can talk something about my calls.
Okay, so there's another element which we would like to show you. Many of us are very mobile, and very many of us are very mobile in dangerous sports like horse riding, like motorcycle riding. Some things are witchcraft, like broom riding, and then we have a device which triggers an emergency call by just pulling the string. So if you have attached this to your clothes or to your bike and the end of the string to your broom, when you're falling off the broom, this is triggering the emergency response in here. It's waiting 60 seconds before sending the message out to just assure that this is not a false call. So you have 60 seconds if you have dropped this and the string has been pulled to put the string back again. This is why I have to tell you all of these interesting stories here right now to, well, take the 60 seconds to pass by. Do we see something coming in there?
What's happening is, he said after the 60 seconds an SMS gets sent out.
There you go. There's a rider down alert coming in. Broom rider down alert. You should ask these guys to put broom rider down alert in there. And you see this is the location where the call has been originated, or the emergency response has been requested from. So you see, we have all these different mechanisms in here, and this is more of an IoT kind of thing for emergency communication than a real call. As well as, I would say, looking at the eCall itself, it is rather an IoT kind of communication because it's based on sensor activity, it's collecting data, it's transmitting data, and it's just using the standard voice call as a vehicle to commute and convey this information to the public safety answering point. And the last one we would like to show you is if that Google phone is working today as we expect to raise an emergency call from just a standard Android phone. Dirk, give your best. What he's doing, he's calling his private Engelbart public safety answering point.
Calling our public safety answering point. Start and ring. And behind the scene there should be an SMS being sent out. So now, behind the scene there was an SMS being sent out with the geolocation of the phone itself. And this we also can then bring to the call takers that they can see where this call is located.
Wonderful. So all four elements gone well. Thank you, Dirk. If you want to get me back to my PowerPoint presentation.